Well, this is a very, very special day in Westbury, Newcastle. I'm so delighted to see all of you here today. But before we go further, it's my great honor. By the way, I'm Judy Bosworth. I'm the town supervisor. I always have to remember to say that. It's my great honor to introduce Bishop Harvey, who's going to give the invocation, and we'll know that this project will be truly blessed.
Let us bow in prayer. Father, as we enter into this great occasion and as we look to do your divine will here on earth, we understand full well the historical significance of this building and the many that were educated through these schools, the many that have sown good seed into good ground, that have produced much good fruit. And as we stand here today, we stand here with mixed emotions, because many are dusting off the pages of their life and they're revisiting the things that they had deposited in them. But we know full well that this project will be a blessing to someone else. And that's really what it's all about.
So I would like to welcome you all here today for what is a bittersweet occasion as we tear down Grant Street Elementary School to make way for the future. I'd like to think about what it once contained. The noise of children in the hallways, not in the classrooms, in the hallways. The laughter and squeals on the playground. Their formative years filled with learning that took place in their classrooms. And while this physical building must come down to make way for a brighter future here in Newcastle, I know that the wonderful memories and experiences that took place at this location will not disappear.
The redevelopment projects on town-owned lands creates new housing, and that creates new businesses, and we see the change on Prospect Avenue even today. Today, with projects like Cathedral Place Apartments, the addition of a new and beautiful supermarket, the Yes We Can Center, which opened just 2 years ago, a pharmacy and other businesses, we see that in less than a decade, we see the progress that can be made if we invest in and we believe in community. And that's what's so great about today. We know that the foundation of a growing, thriving community is built on a commitment from those who have the vision and the foresight to see the promise of what can be. While we say goodbye to this old school, and we say goodbye to the many memories that it holds for so many people, of course, those memories will continue. The demolition today is constructive. It is a positive step in the future of this wonderful community.
And so many of the thousands of kids who had their kindergarten or their first educational experiences right here in this building have taken the memories of this building with them. So it's not so bittersweet when you think in terms of the memories are out there forever. And someday in the very, very near future, there are going to be boys and girls and young families right here in Newcastle who, in the future, are going to be able to point to this location and say, this is where I grew up. This is where my family comes from. This is my hometown, right here on Grant Street.
This is a community that is committed to a revitalization and a new growth. And we are here as the town officials and the state officials and at every level of government to support you. But it's really the community that's taken responsibility, that's been cohesive, that's come together and has decided that this community belongs to the homeowners, the residents, the taxpayers, and that the future should be bright and beautiful. And that is what we're going to see, and I look forward to sharing the future with you.
Grant Street School has a lot of memories and a lot of different memories for a lot of different people, some good, some bad. But what has really resonated most with everyone, that Grant Street School had a place of being for people, for everyone. If you just look at the makeup of this community from what it was to what it is now, it is truly a very, very diverse community. And although their experiences here were different, what is very common theme in this community, and particularly with the Grand Street School, is that this was a place of community. You were able to come here and get educated and meet people from diverse backgrounds and be called one community.
I was in the first kindergarten class. We went to school around the corner, which is a church now. There used to be a firehouse, and there was a school before that. And I remember our whole class picking up our chairs and walking to this school. And that's how we were introduced to the school. But at that time, this school went to the 4th grade. We were the last 4th grade in the school. After that, it only went to the 3rd grade. But I have some very fond memories of this school, and all my sisters and brothers went to this school also. So we were very attached to the school and the community.
And one of my memories is my kindergarten report card that I still have. It's a pleasure to be here on today because I indeed have good memories. I remember playing in the field. I remember the love that was showed to me just as a little kid. And most of all, I felt safe. It's important that our children feel safe through the day. I was glad to be here, but I'm also glad with the rest of you that while this is coming down, newness will arise.
It really was a place where you felt a lot of love. I met most of my first friends here, and I'm still friends with some of them now. The teachers were awesome. I mean, even now that I'm not in the school and that it's not a school anymore, I still see some of them. They still encourage me. It was just a good place to be at, and a lot of memories are made there.
My son started in this school in 1956, okay? Went very, very early, his 1st grade, and his older daughter went into the 4th grade before she was transferred into it. So I had 2 children here in 1956 when I first moved here. This neighborhood, or this whole community started started out as a very, very progressive thing because we had, like the young lady said before me, that the most educated, the most renowned people with degrees, this was the only community that had most of that around here. And we built the community.
This school holds so many memories to me, and especially the fact that the walls have come down in recent years. It's like I could look at a slice of my life, because nothing's changed internally in the school. It's as if it was 1961, and I'm looking in at my classroom. I just love this school, and I'm going to miss it, but I'm very proud of this community because I still live in this community. And you'll have to pull me out with a cane because I'm never going to leave.
I still have my class picture from the 1st grade. I remember at this time, you know, we were able to keep our back doors and our front doors unlocked. I used to walk to school, the 1st grade, by myself. I grew up in this community, was born and raised here. I'm still in the Westbury community, but New Cassel holds a special place in my heart. I'm very happy to see that something is being done with the area and with helping seniors who need affordable housing.
This building has sat here vacant in this shape for a long, long time, but it took a new supervisor to come along and recognize that this was blight in our community and that we didn't want to have it. And she's taken the controls and made sure that this was a priority, that we got this done in the first 6 months of her administration. Well, we've got the last day of the 6th month, but we're here. So please all acknowledge and recognize and thank Judy Bosworth for taking control.
5, 4, 3,